Hey, look, before we dive in, let me give you a quick frame for where I'm coming from, all right? I'm not a university professor, right? I'm a strategist in operational excellence. I've been a student, I teach courses, and I help organizations grow through systems, strategy, and human development. So, what I'm sharing here, what you're about to learn, is an academic theory. It's a practical blueprint based on real world thinking about how we prepare people, our students, ourselves, for a future where AI is a part of the equation and not excluded. So let's get into it. I want to start with a story. You see, last year I bought a new PC. It came with a trial of Microsoft Copilot. And when I opened Microsoft Word for the first time, Copilot greeted me with a simple question. It said, "What do you want me to type for you today?" Right? And that's when I thought, all right, I flashed back to 20 years ago in college, right? 20 plus years ago. I thought about myself on a Saturday morning looking out the window at a beautiful spring day in New England with the task of writing a 30-page paper, researching, organizing, reading, editing, typing, the whole nine, right? And now, today, if I was that same student, I would open that program, that same program, and it would offer to type for me. And that's not a minor shift, that's a paradigm shift. And I'll be honest, if I were that student today, I'd feel the pull, right? Because it's not about cheating, it's nothing about that. It's just about efficiency, pressure, and modern workflows. So when professors fight to ban tools like ChatGPT, Copilot, or whatever else is out there, I genuinely empathize with the students and the professors, honestly. Because telling the students not to use these tools while putting them under academic pressure is no longer realistic. It's also putting pressure on the teachers and professors who have to police it with likely consequences to their job security if they don't, right? The way I see it is this. The real question isn't, should students be allowed to use AI? The real question is this: what is the purpose of education? If we can't answer that, we're having the wrong conversation to begin with. You see, to me, the purpose of education is this. It's to help students climb Bloom's taxonomy, from remembering to understanding, from applying to analyzing, from evaluating to creating. If your academic system isn't enabling students to ascend that ladder, it's not fulfilling its purpose. This moment in education mirrors the music industry during the Napster era. If you all remember that, if you're old enough to recall that. The industry didn't evolve, right? The music industry sued, they resisted, they tried to protect an outdated model, but in the end they lost because the model was broken. And when it comes to AI in academia, we're seeing the same story unfold, right? AI is Napster this time. Banning it is futile, right? And the evolving model that we need to have is essential. So how do we evolve the academic model? Well, let me introduce the AAA Framework, and that stands for Academic Assessment for the AI Era, right? This isn't about lowering standards. This is about changing what we measure. So what is it, AAA Framework, right? The AAA Framework is a new model for academic assessment that shifts the focus from grading static deliverables to evaluating dynamic, real-world competencies that AI cannot fake, right? See, it'll focus on 5 core dimensions. 1, curation, right? Can students find and use AI tools responsibly to gather useful, relevant input? Comprehension. Can they explain concepts clearly in their own words or on video? Contextualization. Can they apply knowledge to new, real-world scenarios? Communication. Can they speak and present with clarity and presence, live or recorded? Creation. Can they produce something original using AI as a collaborator, not as a crutch? The benefits of the AAA framework, they are this. It encourages critical thinking and originality. It develops real-world communication and presentation skills. It promotes ethical and responsible AI usage. It aligns with Bloom Taxonomy to foster true academic growth. It also makes cheating with AI irrelevant because the assessment is based on thinking, not typing. Let's map it out with Bloom's taxonomy, right? So let's look at the AAA framework with this. You have remember, where you can use ChatGPT to generate flashcards or quiz questions. You have understand, and you can summarize and explain it in your own words via video. Apply, solve real-world problems using AI outputs and analysis. Analyze, critique, and improve an AI-generated essay. And evaluate, defend a position, and a live Q&A. And last but not least, create. Build a project using AI to augment, not replace human input. This isn't about the students use AI. It's about how well they use it and whether they can show their own thinking through the use of the AI tool. In this new era, educators must shift roles from being content gatekeepers and enforcers to learning architects, right? From enforcers of rules to designers of environments where critical thinking thrives even when AI is present. If AI can do the assignment better than the student, it's not the student that needs to change, it's the assignment. All right, let's stop punishing students for using tools that exist. Let's start evaluating whether they truly understand, apply, and communicate the knowledge we claim to teach. The future of academic integrity isn't about banning AI. It's about building a system so thoughtful that AI becomes just one small piece of it. And if you're an educator, a department lead, or an instructional designer, right, or anybody in a position where they're teaching and leading people, now is the time to evolve your assessment model, not just your policies. Because when we bring strategy and purpose back to the center of academia, we'll find that education still works. It just needs to work differently. If you found this message helpful, insightful, or know someone who needs to hear it, please like, subscribe, and share. This is part of our Strategy Saturday series where we unpack bold ideas, challenge assumptions, and we chart the path forward. Be sure to join us for Execution Tuesday. That's our counterpart with Strategy Saturday, where we turn strategy into action, insight into outcomes, and vision into results. Because strategy without execution is just potential, and execution without strategy is just movement. Let's bring both together and make it happen. Take care.